Comrades and fellow workers, today, I stand before you to address the pressing issues that continue to plague our society. As history has taught us, the repetition of events can be both tragic and farcical. It is with this understanding that we must strive for change, for a revolution that brings an end to the chains that bind us. Workers of the world, unite! You have nothing to lose but your chains. These words resonate with the essence of our struggle, the collective power we possess as the working class. It is through unity that we can challenge the oppressive forces that exploit us. I have often contemplated the nature of suffering and its antidote. While physical pain may provide temporary relief, true liberation lies in the transformation of our societal structures. Social progress can be measured by the elevation of the female sex, for the position of women in society reflects the extent of our advancement. However, we must be cautious of the consequences that arise from an excess of material abundance. When the production of useful things surpasses necessity, we risk the creation of a surplus population, rendering many as useless entities within the system. To ensure a just society, we must adopt the principle of from each according to his abilities, to each according to his needs. This cornerstone of communism ensures the equitable distribution of resources, where no one is deprived while others accumulate excessive wealth. Democracy, my friends, is the path that leads to socialism. By empowering the working class and giving them control over their own destinies, we lay the foundation for a society that prioritizes the well-being of all. Let the ruling classes tremble at the thought of a communist revolution. The proletarians, the working class, have nothing to lose but their chains. Together, we possess the power to reshape the world, to create a society where justice prevails and inequality is eradicated. Working men of all countries, unite! In our pursuit of freedom, we must acknowledge that necessity, in its blindness, remains a driving force until it becomes conscious. It is only when we are aware of our essential needs that we can strive towards freedom and emancipation from the shackles of the oppressive systems that confine us. Throughout history, great social changes have been impossible without the upheaval initiated by women. The fair sex, including the so-called ugly ones, has played a pivotal role in driving social progress. It is through their struggles that we witness the true measure of advancement. Religion, my comrades, has often been used as a tool to pacify the oppressed. It acts as the opium of the masses, soothing their suffering while diverting attention from the injustices inflicted upon them. But it is time for us to cast away these illusions and confront the realities of our existence. Capital, in its essence, is dead labor. It survives by exploiting the living labor of workers, sucking the life out of them to amass wealth. The vampire-like nature of capital must be exposed, for it thrives on the toil of the working class. Peace, my friends, is not simply the absence of opposition, but rather the absence of opposition to socialism. It is only through the establishment of a socialist system that we can achieve true peace, where the needs of all individuals are met. Medicine, as a healer, addresses not only physical diseases but also the doubts that plague our minds. It is through the advancement of medical knowledge that we can alleviate the suffering of the people. The theory of communism can be summed up in one sentence: the abolition of all private property. It is through the elimination of this oppressive institution that we can lay the groundwork for a just society. The history of humanity is replete with examples of how social changes are intertwined with the empowerment of women. The progress of society is directly correlated to the status of women, encompassing all individuals, regardless of their appearance. Their emancipation is a testament to our advancement. Value, my comrades, is derived from utility. Without utility, nothing can hold value. It is the collective utility that shapes the fabric of our society, transcending individualism to encompass the interrelations between individuals. For the happiness of the people, the abolition of religion is a fundamental requisite. We must free ourselves from the shackles of religious dogma that perpetuates inequality and justifies the status quo. Art, in its essence, is a confession, a reflection of the immortal movement of its time. It captures the spirit of the era, reflecting the struggles and aspirations of the working class. The worker, my friends, possesses nothing to lose but their chains. The proletariat, the working class, must unite to challenge the existing social order. Revolutions, as the locomotives of history, are the catalysts for change, propelling us towards a better future. Religion, in its essence, represents the impotence of the human mind to comprehend the inexplicable. It serves as a consolation in a heartless and soulless world, acting as the opium that numbs our pain. As a writer, I understand the importance of earning a livelihood to support one's existence. However, one should never prioritize monetary gain over the pursuit of knowledge and truth. Writing should serve as a means to enlighten, not solely as a means of making money. History, my comrades, is shaped by the actions of individuals. It is not an abstract entity but the culmination of human agency. We, the people, hold the power to shape the course of history. Time, my friends, holds immense significance. It is through the utilization of time that the value of an individual's contribution is measured. Time is the essence of our existence, while man, at most, is a mere vessel for its passage. Throughout the annals of time, the history of all previous societies has been defined by class struggles. It is through the clash of opposing classes that societal transformation occurs. Capitalist production, my comrades, thrives on the exploitation of both labor and nature. The very sources of wealth, the soil and the laborer, are depleted as capitalism continues to develop, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The preservation of forests, in the face of advancing civilization and industry, is a futile effort. Despite our attempts to conserve and produce, the relentless destruction caused by capitalist forces far outweighs our feeble attempts. Landlords, like all others who seek to exploit, revel in reaping where they never sowed. It is the inherent nature of those in power to extract wealth from the labor of others, perpetuating the cycle of inequality. The ruling ideas, throughout history, have always been the ideas of the ruling class. The dominant intellectual force within society reflects the material force that maintains the existing power structures. As the division of labor expands and machinery becomes more prevalent, competition among workers intensifies, resulting in shrinking wages. The relentless pursuit of profit undermines the value of labor and perpetuates exploitation. In bourgeois society, capital stands independent, possessing individuality, while the living person remains dependent, devoid of individuality. This stark imbalance is a testament to the oppressive nature of capitalism. Capital, my friends, cares little for the health and well-being of the laborer, unless compelled by societal pressure. It disregards the consequences of its actions, perpetuating a system that prioritizes profit over human dignity. The ruling class, throughout history, has always shaped the intellectual landscape. The ideas that permeate society are, in essence, the ideas that serve the interests of those in power. For the bureaucrat, the world becomes a mere object, subject to manipulation and control. Their role is to exercise authority and maintain the status quo. Experience, my comrades, celebrates those who bring happiness to the masses. It is not individual success but the collective well-being that determines the true worth of an individual. The ideas of individuals, my friends, are a direct reflection of their material conditions. The prevailing socio-economic circumstances shape the thoughts and beliefs of individuals, ultimately influencing the course of history. Capital, in its essence, is more than mere money or commodities. It possesses a mystical ability to generate value and reproduce itself, perpetuating the exploitation inherent in capitalist systems. While the miser succumbs to a deranged obsession with wealth, the capitalist is a rational version of this same obsession. The capitalist channels their pursuit of wealth through calculated means, reinforcing the exploitative nature of capitalism. Machinery, my comrades, has only served to proliferate the ranks of idle bourgeoisie. The very instruments intended to liberate humanity have instead deepened the chasm of inequality. The machines employed by capitalists have been used to quell the resistance of specialized labor. The mechanization of production has been weaponized against the working class, diminishing their power and autonomy. Europe, my friends, is haunted by a specter, the specter of communism. The very idea of a society founded on equality and shared wealth strikes fear into the hearts of the ruling classes. Human beings, in their essence, are inherently political creatures. Our individuality can only be fully realized within the fabric of society. At first glance, a commodity may appear trivial and straightforward. Yet, upon closer examination, we discover the complexity and metaphysical subtleties inherent in its existence. Greek philosophy, despite its grandeur, often met a dull end. Its inability to effect meaningful change stands in stark contrast to the vibrant essence of tragedy. History, my comrades, is not an entity that acts upon individuals to achieve its own ends. It is the collective actions of people in pursuit of their own aspirations that shape history. While a writer may serve as the mouthpiece of a historical movement, they cannot claim credit for its creation. Movements are born from the collective struggles and aspirations of the people. In time, natural science will assimilate the science of man, just as the science of man will incorporate natural science. These disciplines will merge into a unified whole, constituting a single science. The industrially developed country serves as a glimpse into the future for less developed nations. It provides a reflection of the potential societal transformation awaiting those who seek liberation. In a higher phase of communist society, the narrow horizon of bourgeois right will be left behind. Society will proudly proclaim, from each according to their ability, to each according to their needs. The English possess all the necessary material conditions for revolution. What they lack is the revolutionary order and the ability to generalize their struggle beyond individual concerns. In the realm of bourgeois society, the insipid flatness of our present bourgeoisie can be measured by the stature of their great intellectuals. Their lack of vision and imagination stunts the potential for genuine progress. Europe, my comrades, is haunted by a spectre, the spectre of communism. The very notion of a society free from exploitation and inequality strikes fear into the hearts of the ruling elite. The product of mental labor, science, often falls short of its true value. The labor time necessary for its reproduction does not align with the labor time required for its initial creation. We must understand that the laws of nature cannot be transcended. However, our comprehension of these laws can evolve and adapt to the changing circumstances of our historical development. My friends, the quotes I have shared with you today reflect my unwavering commitment to exposing the inherent contradictions and inequalities of the capitalist system. It is our duty, as the working class, to challenge the existing order and strive for a society that upholds justice, equality, and the liberation of all individuals. Together, let us unite in the pursuit of a better future, free from exploitation and oppression. The struggle for communism continues, and it is in our collective action that we shall overcome. Workers of the world, unite!